Hello, everybody. My name is Mrs. Evans. Thank you so much for being here and coming to find out more about our classes. Here I start with a quote. For me as a teacher, this really represents why it is so important to give our students the opportunities that they deserve. I also have my email on here. I teach English and social studies for 7th grade at WMS. Here's just a little bit about me. I'm a huge Sounders fan. I love all outdoor activities, and I do them winter, summer, spring, and fall. I have two dogs, two rough collies that I talk about a lot. You might have already heard some great stories. And then on the right side, I've got the very best teaching experience I ever had was joining St. Martin's University and traveling to Vietnam. I taught at Hanoi University for a summer and learned so very much. It was such a great experience. I learned a lot about myself as a teacher by doing that. So in English, what we are going to be doing, we are going to focus on our reading and writing standards. We are about to begin our first class novel. We will be reading The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This is just such a great book for 7th graders. It really focuses on the social aspects of their lives and what it means to find friends and make family. And I find over the years my students really, really connect with this. I have digital copies of the text for our distance learning platform. If your student really needs to have a paper copy, I know some students have accommodations that would require this. I do not have copies for every single student. I just do not have that many books, but I do have a good number set aside for my class through the WMS library. So if your student needs a paper copy, please email me, either have your student email me or you can email me directly and let me know, and I will make sure that they can pick one up during one of the library pickup days at WMS. And I'll give you more information when you email me. Following our Outsiders unit, we will also cover a big variety of writing. We are currently doing personal narratives, and then after the Outsiders, we will work on expository and argumentative as well. For social studies, we will be using the History Alive textbook for 7th grade. It is digital. It is on Schoology. We started with the geography unit, just kind of getting a little background knowledge about the world we live in and where things are located and how we navigate around. And then we were going to briefly touch on the fall of Rome before starting our first big unit, Medieval Europe. A lot of good stuff there. And then we're going to move into the rise of Islam. Second semester will be Washington State history, and this is a very important class for your students because it is a requirement to pass this class for high school graduation. For the grading, we are standards-based grading. Hopefully you're somewhat familiar with that. If not, please email me. I'm happy to go into more detail for you at any point. Really what this means is we are taking the learning standards and students are receiving their grade or their score based on how they are meeting that standard. Can they complete the standard at a 7th grade level, or are they almost there? And you will see this reflected in all of their daily assignments and projects. So for English, the daily assignments, things we do in class or on our Wednesdays when we have asynchronous learning, are 40% of their overall grade. Projects, that includes activities we do with our novel study, writing assignments, any major thing that we are working on is considered a project grade at 60%. Both of those together make up their entire overall grade at the end of the semester. For social studies, it's a slightly different evaluation. Daily assignments are worth 30, and their evaluations or tests and projects are going to be worth 70. Distance learning, we are using Schoology. I'm sure most of you are becoming very familiar with it. Students need to log into Schoology through their OSD portal. This allows Google Documents and Schoology assignments to link to their accounts. It also gives them the opportunity to get their daily attendance. So it is very important that your students go do everything through the OSD portal. For Schoology, for our classes, I have organized it in very simple format so that it is not confusing. We have two main folders. Folder number 1 is going to be titled This Week. That is where students will find all of the lessons and assignments and activities for the week that we are currently in. Folder 2 is called Previous Weeks. That is any folder that we have already done. If your student misses class or would like to go back and revisit a lesson or missed an assignment and wants to go back and complete that, they will go to the previous weeks and they will see everything listed there. Each weekly folder will include a weekly learning plan at the beginning of the folder, and this outlines everything that we're going to do for the week so students know day by day what we are doing in class, what they are supposed to do on Wednesday for their asynchronous learning, and it will also let them know every single assignment they need to submit on Schoology. So if you or them ever have questions about what are we doing, their weekly folder has a weekly learning plan that tells you everything that you need to know. Also in Schoology, I have some how-to guides and Zoom guides and tips and tricks. In the Welcome to 7th grade folder, there's technology folder. If you need help navigating that, please email me. Check out the technology folder. It has a lot of good resources in it. I also included here a link to the OSD Schoology for parents. So parents can actually create their own Schoology profile, and it will be linked to your students' courses. So you can actually see the calendar with all of their assignments that will be due or upcoming or past due. You can also log in and see what we're doing in each of their courses. So I would encourage you to create your own parent Schoology. Just click the link below, follow the steps, and get yourself registered. Again, if you have questions, feel free to email me, and I am happy to assist however I can. For your grading resources, Schoology is the #1 go-to to check students' grades. The reason I would prefer you to go to Schoology first is Schoology gives you a lot more information. It shows you the assignment. It shows you how they met the standard, but because we're standards-based, it will show you exactly where they were, what they did or did not do. And I also give a lot of feedback. So for every assignment your student turns in, I tell them what they did well and things that they can improve upon. So Schoology is the best resource to find out what your student's score was. Skyward will show you the overall grade for the term. It will show you missing assignments. Schoology is updated a lot more frequently. Skyward is really reporting for the end of the semester grades. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. Students may resubmit daily assignments and projects for rescoring. They will always receive the highest score. So I accept some resubmissions of projects and daily assignments up until the last week before grades are due at the end of the semester. So if they missed something or they didn't do well, that is perfectly fine. They may always take another shot at it and resubmit it anytime. For social studies, when we have an overall test, those may be retaken once. They have 2 weeks after the original test date, and they may submit a second one. They will always receive the highest score. For Zoom, we have a digital classroom on Zoom. Those links to our digital classroom are found on the top of their Schoology pages. There is a Zoom button. They click it and they enter our Zoom. Student participation is calculated in their daily assignments for each class. Participation is really important for distance learning, and it can be achieved in many, many ways. Students have multiple ways to gain participation for our daily assignments. They can engage in the class discussion by using video, audio, or I have a lot of opportunities for students to respond in the chat messaging. Um, I really love knowing my students. I think it is so important to know each and every one of them. And who knows them better than you? So here are two links to my parent surveys. There's one for English and one for social studies because I asked slightly different questions based on the curriculum. I really encourage you to click this link and please give me all of those fantastic pieces of information about your students so I will know how to best support them and know what they need. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited for this year. I feel like I have already made amazing connections with your students. I am looking forward to all of the really great work that we are going to do together. And again, here's my email. My planning is fifth period. If you ever need to meet, just email me. We'll schedule a time and be able to accommodate you however needed. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Goodbye.